When this guest makes a bank deposit, it's around $250 million. Meet your Horry County Treasurer, coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at Sparks Toyota on Highway 501 in Myrtle Beach. We're focused on the office of the Treasurer, and we're visiting with the Honorable Roddy Dickinson, Horry County's Treasurer. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can we call you Roddy, or do you go by the Honorable? Yeah.
Roddy's fine with me.
Roddy's okay.
That's even better.
Yeah. I'm sure. Well, now you've got to get used to being the Honorable.
Right. Well, I don't really think of it as honorable. I ran for an office, and I was fortunate enough to win the office of the Treasurer back in 2004, and we've been working hard in the Treasurer's office to improve the services that we provide to our citizens here in Horry County.
It is a big deal, though, being a countywide elected official in the largest county in the state geographically and a big population center.
Well, it is an honor, and I appreciate everyone that was a part of my campaign and my election, and I can't thank people enough for this opportunity that's been given to me, Greg.
Absolutely.
I'm humbled by it. I really am.
I'm sure at some level that must be a tough thing. You know,
Yes,
the clerk of court will be with us this Friday.
Good friend
of yours, Melanie Huggins,
Yes,
the
sir.
Honorable Melanie Huggins
The
as well.
Honorable.
We're excited to get her in, and of course, to think about so much that has to happen in a county as large as this. I think one of the things we talked about earlier this morning was that y'all not only have the main office there in Conway, but 3 or even more satellite offices throughout the county.
Right. Well, Greg, we're very blessed here in Horry County to have the tax base that we have. And Horry County Council has done a great job with providing these citizens with 4 locations here in Horry County that you can go to these locations and just about do any part of the county business that you need to do. We have a location, of course, our main office here in Conway. We have an office in Surfside off of Ciprico Lane.
Right.
Myrtle Beach office on 21st Avenue, and our Little River office at Stevens Crossroad.
Okay.
You can go to any of these offices and pay your taxes and do a lot of the business that you can.
Now, are these offices just for the Treasurer, or are they for other offices? I mean, does the auditor take advantage of those office locations as well?
Yes, sir. There's an auditor's location there. Some of the buildings have magistrates. All of them have a treasurer's office. All of them have an auditor's office. Some have assessors. Others have probate facilities there, and clerk of court business that you can do there as well. It just depends on the department and what space is available for what county offices.
Now, of course, you probably can't travel around constantly to all 4 of these offices, be at all 4 at one time. Are you principally based there in Conway?
My office is in Conway, but I do try to get out and see my other offices and make sure the staff of the Treasurer's office is doing what they need to be doing to service the public. Got a good crowd at each one of these.
Oh, yeah.
They take care of business for me,
and
for sure.
That South Strand complex down on Scipio Lane down there, and of course I always think about that as I see it's listed in Myrtle Beach. If you visit horrycounty.org and click on the Treasurer, it says it's listed as Myrtle Beach, but you know, on the south end, they've really got a lot going on at that new facility.
Yes, it is. That's one of our newest facilities. I think because it says Myrtle Beach, it has a mailing address as Myrtle Beach. But it's more like down in the Surfside area.
Right.
And that part of the Strand is really taking off. Maybe one day we'll have us a DMV, a Department of Motor Vehicles, in that building. And that would greatly improve the services that we can provide here for Horry County citizens.
That would be tremendous. Rod, are you originally from the area?
No, Greg, I grew up in Mullins, just right across the river.
Well, that's pretty close.
The PD River, that's pretty close. I've been coming to the beach, of course, all my life. After graduation, I went off to school at Campbell College for a little while.
Right, up in Bowie's Creek in North Carolina. So
yes,
you entered the Tar Heel State.
Yes, I did for a little while. Came back to Horry County. Was fortunate enough to start with Horry County government back in 1984 in the finance office.
23 years ago.
Yes,
wow.
sir. I've been with Horry County government for a long time now. Spent 14 years in the finance office, and I was fortunate enough to be deputy director of finance for about 6 of those years. And then after that, I went to work for our previous treasurer, running the business license and hospitality fees department.
Who was the previous treasurer?
Mr. Johnny C. Allen was the previous
Johnny
treasurer.
C. Allen, that's right.
And
I think I've made some checks out to Johnny C. Allen in the past.
Well, that's right, you did. But I kind of changed that since I became treasurer for Horry County. You write your checks out payable to Horry County treasurer now.
I don't write them to Roddy Dickinson?
No,
I didn't
sir.
think I'd written any. That could be kind of dangerous, yeah.
Well, no, it's not really dangerous, but I just think that this is not Roddy's money. This is the taxpayers of Horry County's money.
Mm-hmm.
I just, one of the things I changed, and still a lot of people still write out checks to me, but
Sure.
be assured it goes into the right bank
Oh,
account.
I understand,
for sure.
and that's not to take anything. I know you wouldn't want to take anything away from
not.
Johnny Allen,
Of course not.
who that's just a great change, a good opportunity to make a difference in a different way.
Yeah, sir. Johnny was a good friend of mine, and I worked for Johnny, and I've worked with Johnny for all of those years I was with the county. He's a great individual, and I admire what he has done in the past for Horry County, and he did a good job. And I just want to try to take what he did and improve on it.
And grow on that.
And grow on that
sure.
foundation that he built. And I believe we've been successful here in the Treasurer's office to do that. I've been in office now for about a year and 9 months now, and we've implemented a new bank direct system.
Great.
That's a complete online banking system that we implement within the Treasurer's office. The great thing about that, I can share these type of programs with other entities that we deal with, like our school district, our solid waste authority, our airport, which enhances their banking needs for their particular areas. We've also, in the past year and 9 months, we've implemented our e-pay services.
What is that, e-pay?
E-pay is it's where people can actually go online, look up their tax notices, and make payments on their taxes.
Is that right?
It's been working very well.
How
for
long
us.
has that been around?
We started this is the second year that we're into e-pay services.
That's tremendous.
It just gives people another option so they can pay their taxes. They don't have to come into the office and actually give us a check, or they can pay online.
And it's secure, Roddy.
Very secure, very secure.
How do y'all monitor that? It always seems so crazy when you go online to pay things. It's a little scary for people.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Right.
But the technology today and the environment that people are getting into now, it's come more to your electronic type payments.
That's great.
It works very well for us. We basically treat it like a cash drawer.
Yes.
No different from someone coming into the window. It's treated like a cash drawer. We take your payment, we update your payment, we update your tax notice as showing it's paid. And it's worked real well for us. We're real proud of it.
Right into the second year. Well, that is tremendous. That can really speed things up as well, get the dollars into the counties, into the coffers as quick as possible.
Yes, it does. Works very well for us.
You know, a lot of folks don't have access to the internet, or if they do, they don't want to go to the library or to their business. Or, as you said, sometimes people are anxious about putting credit card information. If someone wanted to learn about the Treasurer's office and they didn't visit OrryCounty.org, is there a good phone number they could call?
The main line into the Treasurer's office is 915-5470, Greg.
That's great. So, and I guess that's probably pretty commonly called. A lot of people who don't have internet access or want to know why they've gotten two bills, or sometimes, you know, obviously you all deal with car dealers and truck dealers and other dealers in the county. There's a lot that happens between the two locations.
Well, our phone rings a lot, Greg.
Right.
We have probably about 12 or 13 people that we use that also take money up at the front and also answer the phone. So we try to get to the phone calls the best we can, but during the tax season, we're inundated with mail. We're inundated with phone calls. And we just ask people to be a little bit patient. We'll get to them, and we will take care of their business for them.
Well, you know, it is so tremendous when you think about, I think you were talking before we began about the interest that you all had when e-pay kicked off, and right after it launched, the incredible interest throughout the county of really utilizing that. Can you share with the viewers how substantial that was right out of the gate?
As far as e-pay?
Right, e-pay.
We do probably 600-700 hits a month off of e-pay. The dollar amounts vary according to the different tax bills that pay, but people have been taking advantage of the e-pay services, and we're glad it's out there for them to do that.
Absolutely, yes. You know, we think about so much that has to happen when I think tonight a lot's going on, and of course there is the first reading of something special. Can you share with viewers, if they didn't catch it last week in the Myrtle Beach Herald or didn't see it in the numerous papers that would have covered that piece there, share with viewers what's happening tonight.
Okay. Since I've been in office for about the last year and 9 months, many people have come to me and asked if we can make a payment on our taxes. Right now, the way the state law reads, we can only take a full payment of taxes.
A full payment?
A full payment of taxes. You can take full payment or can't take no payment at all. Here in Horry County, we have a lot of people that I'm sure are in the low income brackets. We have people that are living on fixed income brackets. And we also have a lot of people here in Horry County that pay a great deal of taxes. This past year, the state legislature updated a law that's been on the books for some time, Section 124575, which allows a treasurer to take installment payment of taxes.
Great.
They have revised this law and set into a little bit better criteria on what the treasurer can do. And before I can start this program, I have to get an ordinance from our county council. And in fact, tonight is the first reading of that ordinance.
Okay.
Installment payments is a way people can pay in advance their property taxes, just their real property, Greg. Your vehicles and your personal property, or your boats and motors, you cannot pay. This is just for real property.
Just for real property.
On your homes and on your actual land. You're able to make a payment in 5 installments, which you pay in advance. And by making these 5 installments, you pay about 85% of your tax notice in advance. And then that way, when December comes and a lot of people start paying their taxes, the tax bite is not quite as difficult if you've made some payments. Now, like anything, like car payments or house payments, you got to be disciplined in this.
Right.
And this just gives people the opportunity to make their tax payments in advance. I'm looking forward to implementing this program. I think it's a good thing for Horry County Council to pass. It's a good thing for the taxpayers of Horry County. It's a good thing for the citizens of Horry County. It just gives them another avenue where they can make their tax payments. And I'm looking forward to working with council. We're going to implement this once the ordinance is put into place in tax year 2008.
Okay, great. So it's a little ways off, but it's still something that folks should be thinking about.
Should be thinking about. And, of course, we're going to advertise it. I'm even thinking about putting out a little flyer in this year's tax notice to promote this idea. We're going to advertise on the newspaper. We're going to, try to get the word out.
Sure.
Of course, we can't help you in 2007.
Right.
It's tax year coming up this October. But in 2008, you'll start making your first payment in February.
So normally we residents get in October what their payment is for. Is it for the past year or for the future year?
It's for the previous year.
For the previous year.
Right.
Okay.
Your vehicles are paid in advance.
Okay.
Property taxes are paid in arrears.
Okay.
So that makes just a difference in the 2000 taxes.
So in October 2008, they would know what the amount is, but you would then, if someone wanted to take advantage of an installment plan, would they learn what their figure is earlier in the year, or they would just make estimated?
Well, it'll be my duty to send you a bill, and it's based on your previous year's taxes.
Okay.
I will take and split that into 5 installments.
Great.
16.67% apiece or something like that. And then you make your 5 installments. Then in October, after I know what your actual bill is, I will bill you the final payment. And the good thing about this, once this program's implemented, it's really, I'm hoping it's not going to be a cost to the taxpayers. We receive these monies in advance. I will put these monies into a trust account.
Great.
That trust account will, of course, earn interest like any of our other investments.
Even better.
And that money will be used to fund this program.